the enlightened Sadgurus, give me strength to finish my verse in the stipulated time. I'd gone for the darshan window at 11:15 yesterday. I said I'd finish it in half an hour. Who will trust me? Everyone says no one. On the eve of Guru Purnima, they don't trust me. And હવે સર્વ સદગુરુઓ મને શક્તિ આપશે અને I'll be able to finish it in time if they display the link first. So 1 minute I'll take extra, you took 1 minute. Again and again, reminiscing the boundless grace of the Guru, recalling, repeating, recounting all the upkars of the Sadguru, the disciple's heart overflows with reverence. Expressing the nature of the Guru's benevolence in the concluding verse of this section, as well as the dialogue between the Guru and the disciple. ગુરુએ તો ઓલરેડી વિદાય લઈ લીધી છે, આજે શિષ્ય પણ વિદાય લેશે. પણ એની વિદાય એટલે ગુરુના સ્વરૂપમાં ભલી જવું, એ જ એની વિદાય છે. So what does the disciple say?
षट्स्थानक समजाविने भिन्न बताव्यो म्यान थकी तरवार हे उपकार अमा.
Shat 6 Sthanak doctrines. Samjhavine, by explaining the 6 aphorisms, doctrines, fundamental truths. Bhinna batavyo aap. You have explained the separateness. Myan thaki talwarvat, like sword from its sheath. So you have explained the separateness of the soul from the body, like sword from its sheath. E upkar amap. This favor of yours is immeasurable. A map. So, by your convincing teachings regarding the 6 fundamental truths, you have revealed to me the nature of myself, distinct and different from the body as the sword from the sheath. This is your immeasurable favor to me. So that was Shabdarth, this is the short meaning. So everything is incorporated in the short meaning. Amap e upkar amap, immeasurable favor. And I want to use the word favor. Benevolence and all could be good, but I want to use the word favor here. And what favor? What is that amap upkar? You have revealed to me the nature of myself, different, distinct from the body. How? As the sword from the sheath. Perfect. So I don't know whether it was destined that I take this verse today, or it was his will, or it was Nemiji's foul play. Be divasti bole, I want you to talk on the Guru Purnima. I said, I'm not talking. When I'm finishing my topic, then, and there were a few people who said, Amnad Lailo. But with such zest and enthusiasm, he said, na college, jana amna bahut thaki gaya chhe. So he showed that now it's already 9:50 and pachu pono kalak lese. તો 10:30 પૌણા 11 થઈ જાય પછી આરતી. It is going to be really tiring. It's better you take tomorrow. And like Bholenath, I believed him. And then when we leave the Yagnasthal, he's saying કે બહુ મજા આવી. મેં તો એમાં જ ઈચ્છા થાય કે ચાલ્યા જ કરે. Then I asked you, and he was so quick, he actually, I think only Apurvaji and Nemiji wanted it today. બાકી બધા જ લગભગ આજુબાજુ wanted it yesterday, but they could influence everyone. They overpower everyone to the extent even they started saying કાલે કાલે. તો મને તો બધા થાકી ગયા છે તો કાલે. And I said, now I don't know if it is his will or your will, but at least it is not my will, so I am fine. મારો ઈગો તો નથી, મારી ડિઝાયર તો નથી. કોઈને બી will હોય, now I am a servant, a humble servant, most humble servant. So such a wonderful quality of the disciple that can be a first target in this path. This devotion I want, then other worthiness I want, then self-realization, then stability and abidance in the constant abidance in the self, and then vitaragta and kevalnat. આ બધા જે targets બનાવ્યા to reach the final goal of liberation. And first target was worthiness, but now it has become bhakti like this Shishya. So we can already see the disciples' ecstasies at its peak. Any khushi, anand, in just expressing the gratitude towards the Guru. We can see his joy at the peak while showing the gratitude towards the Guru. But he now shifts to highlighting the essence of all the teachings of his Sadguru. Gratitude, it's a part of gratitude only because he upkara amap, but he's shifting to relate, state the essence of Sadguru's teachings. આખી 6 પદની દેશના મારા ગુરુદેવે કેમ કરી? What is, he's highlighting the essence. કે everything was ભિન્ન બતાવ્યો આપ. આ જ પર્પસ માટે આ આખો ડ્રામા, આ આખો ડાયલોગ, આ આખો સત્સંગ, આ આખો યજ્ઞ, the main purpose being ભિન્ન બતાવ્યો. પછી તો એક્ઝામ્પલ છે, પણ ભિન્ન બતાવ્યો આપ, to explain the nature of the self and to show it different and distinct from the body. What is the essence, sar, marma of my Sadguru's teachings. So of course it's a part of gratitude only, but the main subject here is to highlight the essence, or we can say the purpose of Sri Atma Siddhi Shastra. So if you have not been able to follow all the verses and all, just follow this verse, that's it. Bhakti bhi avi jase, e upkar amap, જ્ઞાન में આવી જશે ભિન્ન બતાવ્યો આપ. Aap, amap. How could he put everything and that too in rhyming words and all? Beyond my capacity at least. All the shankas of the truths of the soul we could see getting dispelled, and which was never there. The shanka, how could one human being compose such a scripture in 1 hour, say 2 hours also? How is that possible? Full shanka. Only this Shanka can lead you to Samyak Darshan. If it is not possible, then he is a supreme being, just showing Manushya Bhav. Just showing કે ફરવા નીકળ્યા હતા, just showing કે આવીને બેઠા, just showing કે હવે લખવા મનુષ્ય ભાવ દેખાડે છે, પણ દિવ્યતા દિવ્યતા અને દિવ્યતા સિવાય પરમ કૃપાળ દેવા બીજું કાંઈ નહીં મળે. જાઓ ને માઇક્રોસ્કોપથી જોઈ આવો તો પણ you will not get anything. So what is that essence of teachings which is highlighted in this verse? What is it? The most crucial one being the attitude. I have to understand. The attitude that must inform all your activities. The attitude of self-awareness, whose fragrance must permeate all areas of your life. તમારા વિચાર, લાગણી, વર્તન, inner behavior, overt behavior, all areas of your life, એની સુગંધ પહોંચવી જોઈએ. It must inform, it should be so strong in you, it must inform all your activities. ભલે ખાય છે પણ ભાન છે ને તું આત્મા છે, તો નાયક. You are nothing but knowingness. You are an eater because you are eating. You are an eater for the world, but actual you are just a knower. So it informs all the activities. It's so profound and permeates all the areas of life. Internal, from your decision making to your role playing, every area of your life, so strong should be that attitude. And what is that attitude? Self-awareness. The vast difference between I am the body and I am the pure, peaceful, blissful soul. Great difference. Wow. And that is beautifully explained in this verse. So we can see the disciple expressed his faith, his respect, his devotion, and in the last verse, dedication. He dedicated his whole life at his lotus feet. Man, vachan, kaya, tan, man, dhan. First meaning. Dasa, dasa, dasa. So, a dehadi ajti varto prabhuadi dedicated his whole life. Who can say that the bhakti marg is for Buddhu people? Bhakti marg is for the most intelligent and brave people. Most intelligent to make such a decision and most brave to offer everything from that very moment. I won't say tough, but I would say very, very brave people can only follow this path. Only brave. હરિનો માર્ગ તો છે, સુરાનું નહીં, કાયરનું કામ. Why? પ્રથમ પહેલા મસ્તક સમર્પણ જોઈશે first. And samarpan, adjusting to someone's expectations or desires or thinking is also so difficult. Adjusting. Right? And here, so much love and devotion and dedication. Raat kahe to raat, din kahe to din. Kabir ji, so it's a long story, I can't go into it because the enlightened masters are warning me. But very briefly. I had gone to that place when I had gone to Varanasi. I visited 4-5 places of Kabir, where Kabirji was born, where he left his body, where he used to do satsangs, where he used to live with his family, all the places I've been. One of my favorite Sufi. So, Kabirji, a young boy is coming and said, what should I do? Should I get married and live a householder's life? Or should I be an ascetic or brahmachari and all? And answering him in a unique way, he calls his wife. It was around noon, broad daylight. He's calling his wife and saying, Jara lamp laine, divo laine jo ne maru shirt kase, shirt in the sense, uparnu vastra kase dekhai chhe. Whole Varanasi knew he had only one, which he was wearing. So there was no second shirt. Even a blind person would know that it is broad daylight. Etlo tadko bhi avto to etle. And still she is taking a lamp and finding. Je shirt છે જ નહીં. તે ભર બપોરે with a lamp. See the bhakti and see your ego. મારો કોઈ દોષ નથી તો આમ કે મારો કોઈ દોષ નથી. See where you lie so low, not even dust. And see those people. આ બધા 400, 500, 700, 600, 700 વર્ષની વાત છે આ history. Recent history. And we have several instances just 150 years back. Dungarchi Bhai and Ambalal Bhai and all. So, and pachi it goes to a hillock with that lad, that young boy. And from that hillock, એટલે બહુ મોટું hill નથી, પણ hillock, એમ સમજી લો ને આપણે જીન મંદિર જેટલું એવું. And from there he's shouting at a person in a jhupri which was at the Taleti, at the foothills. Old man around 90, 91, not 75, 91. And Kabirji calls him up, ke upar aao. And he comes up, imagine 91 with the stick and he's climbing the hill. Comes up and he says, Na reva do kai nathi. He goes. The moment he reaches there, ha, yaad avyu, aavo upar. He comes up. Kai nahi have ame kari lesu. 3 times. Story is very long, I'm cutting short. So this fellow is having such faith and devotion and on top dedication. And he's saying dedication, oh Lord, what you have given me is the best. You have given me a lot and the best. Bau badu ane saru. Any same, what have I given you? A low soul at your charan. A humble servant. આટલું કરીને બી આ દેહાદી આજથી બધું જ સરેન્ડર કરીને બી I have given you the most inferior. Actually not given only, was આત્મકલ્યાણ એમાં શિષ્યનું થાય છે. But so inferior to what you have given to me. I am taking you on the journey to a Upkar Amap. I want to reach there. So, experiencing the benefaction bestowed upon himself, and the incessant thought flow, the continuous thought flow, the flow without a pause. Satat jare upkar vedan kariye, on the recounting all the favors of the Sadguru, from small samagams and, to Atmagnan, all the upkaras. So that thought flow is not stopping. It's not without a pause. It's continuous. And because of that, what does he say? The verse says, Shatasthanak samjhavine. Oh, benevolent Gurudev, you have clearly explained the 6 fundamental truths from different viewpoints. Vyavarti, Nishchaiti, Dravyati, Bhavati. When it came to moksha, Dravya moksha and Bhav moksha. When it came to Kartapad, Chaitanjo, Nijbhanma, Chaitanjo, from different angles you have shown me the doership, the enjoyership, liberation. You have explained it very clearly. The soul exists, the soul is eternal, the soul is the doer. Now we won't say karma. If you ask who is the doer of karmas, I'll say the soul. But here now, because it's going to be the doer of pure manifestations. So the doership, you understand? So the soul exists, the soul is eternal, the soul is the doer, the soul is the enjoyer, liberation exists, and there is a sure path to liberation. You have explained it so beautifully, you have elucidated it so appropriately, you have dispelled all my doubts. Koi samshay rayo nathi. No doubts. See, one you agree but you still have doubts. One you are totally ignorant. One you know a lot of things but still think some things are not clear. There's that doubt lingering. But you have dispelled all my doubts. I have no questions. If at all you ask me, ke chalo time che pooch kai, I have nothing to ask. At least this has been my life since age 8. I love to meet saintly people, Santo, Sadhu. I love to meet a Samagam. I love to be in their aura. But I have no confusion. I have no question. I can only ask for their blessings and compassion, nothing else. There is no question. And the Shishya is also saying, you have dispelled Shat Thanak Samjhavina, you have eradicated all my questions, my doubts, everything is gone. In fact, oh my benevolent Gurudev, you ensured that right conviction is established in my soul. Soul to che, soul exists is not important. Because soul to che, whether you believe it or not. But right faith was not there. Soul was always there whether you believe it or not. But right faith, oh my Gurudev, you ensured that right conviction regarding self is established in me, which is actually worthy of embracing. બધું સમજીને ભૂલી જાઓ. શું યાદ રાખો? આ 6 પદની કેટલા બધા તર્ક, યુક્તિ, દર્શન, દાર્શનિક, all the philosophical, metaphysical, and lot of examples, everything is so difficult to remember, right? Youngsters દેખાતા નથી આજે. હા, કેમ આટલા પાછા? Okay. So બધું કંઈ યાદ રહે નહીં. You are saying no? It's okay. Just remember, भिन्न बताव्यो आप. That is worth embracing. After knowing everything, this is worth embracing. What? In fact, that is the main purpose of the text. Not recollecting all the shankas, and this shanka is in this verse, and the samadhan is in this verse. You must, because you have bhakti for Kruparude, but that is not the purpose of the text. If you have understood that I am different from the body, distinct, this is the guidance given and the destination reached. This is the very purpose of all the endeavor of the Sadguru. All his shram efforts was only for that right conviction. I am separate from the coating of the body and contamination of impurities. Dehadi sanyog, ragadi vikaro, થી ભિન્ન હું શુદ્ધાત્મા. I am a pure soul. Oh Gurudev, you didn't only explain. Oh Gurudev, you didn't only dispel my doubts. એક explain કરું, એક નિરાકરણ કરું શંકાનું. So dispelling doubts, you enabled me to experience it. Explaining is one thing, dispelling doubts is another thing. And this is the most important thing. You enabled me. You made me experience the soul. And I can experience I can experience the soul different and distinct from the body, like, second line. All the enlightened masters have been helping me. म्यान थकी तलवारवत. I can experience by your grace, as Sobhagvaina Vachan याद आए, by your grace I can experience myself different from the body, as the sword is different from the sheath. This fellow is really in love with his guru. Couldn't he give an example like a glass, like water in a glass? Like water in a glass. Glass is different, water is different. तो चाले के नहीं? अरे बराबर बेसी भी सकते प्रास माने बधु. ग्लास में पानी. एवी तमारी वाणी. Something pani vani, like he wants everything rhyming. So something he could have easily made. But the Shishya grasps the Guru's both in such a beautiful way. Oh Gurudev, you had said Basyo Deha Dhyasti Atma Deha Saman Pante Banne Bhinna Che Jem Asine Myan. But I want you to be original and different. So I'm not using Si and Myan, I'm using Myan and Talwar. You should be you. Your position should be your position. But the meaning should be said. This is my interpretation. This is only my interpretation. Okay, you have to keep him unique, and still you have to become his Xerox. In meaning, you have to be Xerox. Okay, so many might not just agree કે એ તો પ્રાસમાં બેસતું નહોતું એટલે આવું કર્યું હશે, whatever. This is my interpretation. Okay, let me go to Myan Thaki Talwar. There's nothing to explain in that, but still I'll explain. Because the enlightened master says you have time. So, sheath એટલે Myan, the sheath, right? So you can see it hanging on the waist of a soldier, of the king. Raja nu koi bhi Rana Pratap, you see, go to Udaipur and see Rana Pratap, so you will see that, what will you say? Sheath, don't say sword. So you will see that sheath, God knows, and the sword shaken it. So obviously, so if the sheath is hanging from the waist of a king, it can be made of gold. Golden sheath, studded with diamonds. Jewels bolwano to, but I saw the diamond merchant, so I changed. Studded with jewels, because for them only one jewel, and that is diamond. So Rajani talwar hoy, Rajani myan hoy, so it may be made of gold, studded with diamonds, jewels, anything. It must hoy. It's visible, but of no value as such. You said mari golden myan che ane hu jeetine avis. No, it's of no use in the war actually. It's just a decorative piece, and maybe the symbol of your status. Ani sonani hoy, maulik jini pittalni hoy, anything. So it is It can be of gold, it can be of some other metal, anything. It can be very, very decorative. It's visible, but it's actually of no value as such. It's just a decorative piece. And the sword within, what is that? It is a sharp-edged blade of steel. Sharp. Edge is sharp, blade of steel. પેલું ક્યાં gold અને આ કેવું steel. But though it cannot be seen, it's in the sheath, but it is very, very valuable, very, very important, useful. Similarly, the sheath is the body, the sword is the soul. So body, it's visible, it's apparent to the eyes. Soul is not visible. Of course, it can be experienced by spiritual insight. Bina nayan paave nahi, bina nayan ki baat. With spiritual insight, of course, you can see that. So, the body can be ugly, can be beautiful. The body can be weak or strong. The body can be male or female. But as I said, sheath is not important, even if it's of gold or silver. If it's studded by semi-precious stones or diamonds, it is not useful. So who's ugly? હાથ ઊંચો કરો એમાં શું આટલું એક્સેપ્ટ ન કરી શકો લો. Doesn't make it you. This is height of modesty. Who is beautiful, handsome? Okay, જે નથી તે જ હાથ ઊંચા કરે છે, બોલો. Okay, it's insignificant. What is important? The sharp-edged blade of steel. એ યુદ્ધમાં કામ લાગે. That's useful. The soul which is pure, peaceful, blissful, unblemished. That is important. This studied with diamonds also, what is it? It's just a decorative piece. અરે તારો દેહ ગમે તેટલો છાપોટ. Some people have that air. લાંબા. મને ઘડી ઘડી અહેસાસ કરાવે નેમીજી. ઉભરો હું કાઢી આપું તો અમારો હાથ નહીં પહોંચે. ઇઝીલી પહોંચી શકે, એક હાથ જમ્પ મારવી પડે, બીજું શું. But I don't know what pleasure he gets in that. And I say, but it's all the sheath. What is important is the sword. Oh, તમે આ બધી ઇનસાઇડ સ્ટોરીઝ કહીને તમને you will become the ocean of compassion for me. What I undergo. So કેટલું beautifully is saying that this may be very attractive, handsome, very healthy. Six packs, everything. But આટલું બધી, oh Rushabha, don't waste so much time on your six packs and all. It's just the sheath. What is important is the soul, the sword within. Karo, you have to stay healthy, so fine. But healthy matter 1 hour is enough. If 1 hour 30 minutes કરે છે ને, it's all because I am the body. But you are not. भिन्न बताव्यो आप. Prabhu, you explained it so beautifully and you enabled me to experience it. What? Our body is just going to turn into ashes, man. Ashes, nothing. I don't know, કોઈ white body મરી જાય તો એની white ash હશે. અને if a black fellow dies તો એની ash black હોય. Obviously, right? No? Nothing. And I, the soul, મારો આત્મા ને બોલું, હું આત્મા બોલીશ. I, the soul, immortal. not subject to death and destruction or decomposition, not even possible. Even if you desire so, it's not possible. So how beautifully Myan Thaki Tarwar was. And this something, you have to give some upma analogy. Even Sobhag Bhai had to give, કે જેમ પેલું કોકોનટનું એક્ઝામ્પલ આપ્યું હતું કે આમ કોકોનટને આમ ગગડાવીએ હલાવીએ તો that kernel and the shell, we can feel it separate. The Shishya is saying, exactly, Gurudev, like Myan and Talwar, I am experiencing like that. Myan Thaki Talwar Vat, Myan sheath, Talwar sword. Everyone knows it's separate, though you can't see it. If you see the sheath, you know there must be a sword there which is separate from the sheath, but you can't see it. In the same way, it is separate and you can experience it if you have that spiritual insight, Atma Drashti. And who can? Chakhu Dayanam. You have given me that spiritual insight. Jeev Dayanam, he said. Now Chakhu Dayanam. Magga Dayanam was said in the first only. Chakhu Dayanam, Magga Dayanam, Dhamma Dayanam, everything. You are the best over. E Upkara Amar. E Upkara Amar. Oh Gurudev, till now, I was struggling in the darkness of ignorance, full of illusory beliefs. Amati sukh malse, anu kari lo, ana karane, all illusory beliefs. So deep was my ignorance that even in my dreams, I could not feel that I am a soul. Even in my dreams માં તો કરવાનો શું વાંધો નથી, હું આત્મા છું એનો. But my ignorance was so deep, even in the dreams I did not feel reality. I'm not talking dreams, that I am the soul. So deep was my ignorance and my belief that I am this body. હું શરીર છું, હું દેહ છું. You opened my eyes, Gurudev. Agnanatimirandhanam gnananjana shalai. This one sloka also I repeat. I chant every Guru Purnima. One is Guru Brahma, which I thought I will not be able to speak today, so I said. And second is Agnanatimirandhana gnananjana shalakaya chakshurun ke netra. Then tasmai te mate हे गुरुदेव तमने वंदन करूँ. चौथी विभक्ति. तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. You opened my eyes, dispelled my ignorance, cleared my vision. And see, Gurudev, I am enjoying the bliss of soul. What you did to me, and see what I am experiencing. Bliss of soul. The sheath is worn out. Mandu che sharir. And I am enjoying the bliss of the soul. See what you did to me, Gurudev. I was steeped in ignorance. And because of you, I have stepped into the divine realm of conscious bliss. Gurudev, it is you who gave me the strength to manifest all these spiritual values. Gurudev, you have made me the master of my bliss. I was the slave of sensory pleasures. You have made me the master. Why master? હવે તો જ્યારે ખજાનો ખોલીને મોજ કરવી હોય ત્યારે કરીશ. You have made me the master of true bliss, divine bliss, inner bliss. And, oh Gurudev, you are the bestower of Samyak Darshan. This state which I am experiencing, the scriptures call it Samyak Darshan. So you are the one who has bestowed upon me Samyak Darshan, which is, Samyak Darshan is like Kalpa Vruksh, like a wish-fulfilling tree. Wish જ નથી, એ અલગ વાત છે. But it's like Kalpa Vruksh, because now, if I have to compare, let me compare it with the best things on earth. But all that are useless, nothing in front of Samyak Darshan. But worldનું જે best હોય એ લઈ લઈએ, બીજું શું? તો કે you have bestowed upon me Samyak Darshan, which is like Kalpa Vruksh, wish-fulfilling tree. It is Amrut, nectar-like, keeping me rejuvenated every time. Spa? Spa? Yeah, what is the spa? Samyak Darshan. આમ પાછી ડૂબકી મારી લો, ફ્રેશ થઈ જાઓ પાછા. એકાદ મસાજ લઈ લો, ફ્રેશ થઈ જાઓ. થોડી ક્ષણો ઇનર કનેક્શન, ફ્રેશ થઈ જાઓ. You have bestowed upon me Samyak Darshan, O Gurudev, which is like Kalpa Vruksh, which is like Amrut, supremely beneficial and annihilator of all sufferings, present and future. Pastમાં તો બહુ સફર કર્યું. No sufferings now, and never going to suffer because of this right faith which has been dawned upon me, which has dawned upon me. O Gurudev, this is benevolence which is limitless, which is boundless. And the word used here, Ama, એ ઉપકાર તમારો સમ્યક દર્શન મને પ્રદાન કર્યું, એ ઉપકાર is immeasurable. You can't even measure. A માપ, માપી ન શકાય. A માપ. It's limitless, it is boundless, it is immense, but the word used here is immeasurable. So એ સમ્યક દર્શનનું દાન પ્રભુ કર્યું. Without you, whatever the nature of my soul is, but I was not experiencing bliss. That is a statement which has to be underlined. If maybe my soul is full of bliss, but I was experiencing only misery and sorrow, rag and dvesh. It's because of you I am the master of my bliss now. So it's only your krupa, your upkar, your grace, your boundless, limitless, immeasurable benevolence. So we conclude. Vipul Bhai, Lavanya. He was challenging me yesterday, I won't finish. I finished. Phone કરીને કહે, you didn't trust him. So I conclude with the joyful expression of the disciple stating his inner experience and acknowledging the benevolence of his Gurudev. Vipul, hey Vipul Ambani, I finished, huh? Nemi was telling me, today you will go all out to prove him wrong, because this trust is important. Poor fellow, he wanted more, that was it. And yeah. બસ સર્વ સંતો પાસે આજે સદગુરુઓ બહુ ઉદાર હોય, આજે બહુ ઉદાર હોય. બધી ભૂલો માફ કરી દે, પાછી શક્તિ આપે. મારા ગુરુદેવ પાસે હું કહું કે ભગવાન આવી ભક્તિ મેચ કરી આપો ને. દિસ આઈડિયલ શિષ્ય અત્યારનો તો મને આત્મજ્ઞાનનો મહિમા એટલો નથી રહ્યો જેટલી આ અદ્ભુત ભક્તિનો છે. આશીર્વાદ આપો ને કે આ મેચ થાય, આવી ભક્તિ, આવું શિષ્યત્વ મારું મેચ થાય. દાસ દાસ હું દાસ. ઇવન આ દેહાદી આજથી ઇઝ ઓલ્સો નોટ સો ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ જેટલું દાસ દાસ હું દાસ છું ઇઝ લાઈક સ્ટક ઇન યોર માઇન્ડ. મેચ કરી આપો. બહેનો તો બધું મેચિંગ જ કરે ને, બધું મેચિંગ જોઈએ ને. ખબર નહીં વ્હાઈટ કપડાં પહેરે ત્યારે કેમ વ્હાઈટ ચાંદલો નથી કરતા, ધેટ આઈ ડોન્ટ નો. બાકી બધું મેચિંગ કરે. ફેશનમાં શું રહ્યું છે? I was telling Vipulbhai only, yeah. So, fashion changes every 3 minutes in New York. 3-4 fashion capital છે, Paris, Milan, New York, especially New York, because that's in my mind right now. Fashion changes every 3 minutes. તમે આમ ખાલી પલ્લું સરખું કરો ને એટલી વારમાં ફેશન હેઝ ચેન્જડ. શું તમે મેચ કરવાના અને શું કરવાના નથી? મેચ યોર ઇનર સ્ટેટ્સ વિથ સચ અ શિષ્ય. પ્રભુ આજના દિવસે એક બ્લેન્ક ચેક લખી આપો, હું બીજું કાંઈ નહીં લખું, ખાલી આવું ઉચ્ચ શિષ્યત્વ માંગીશ જે આત્મજ્ઞાન પામીને પણ પોતાને પામર કહે અને દાસના દાસના દાસ કે. સમજાવવું મુશ્કેલ પડ્યું છે મને. લખવાનું હતું મારે શોર્ટમાં, તો ગઈકાલ બોલાવ્યો અને મેં કીધું આપણે શું કેવી રીતે લખીએ દાસ દાસ દાસ. ફાઇનલી we decided on writing I am a servant of the servant of your servant. But that's also not so satisfying. આવું મારે પ્રાર્થના કરીએ. Because most important ingredient of prarthana is faith. Faith. દહીં વડા બનાવો ને દહીં ભૂલી ના જાઓ તમે. Most important ingredients of your prarthana prayer is faith. Just kneel down earnestly. Earnestly, yeah? Sincere and humility, sincerity and humility. Earnestly, and God will bend down to hear it. બહુ ધીમેથી બોલજો, ભગવાનને એટલું પાસે આવવું પડે સાંભળવા માટે. બહુ ધીમે રાડ નહીં કરતા. Just kneel down and just pray in your heart, and God will bend down to listen, to hear. Hanumanji knew. Hanumanji was successful because he could pray to the right person, for the right thing, at the right time, in the right place. Hanuman was successful. Bhargav, you must write down this. Hanuman was successful. Look. Fourth thing. Number 1, he prayed to the right person. He prayed for the right thing. He prayed at the right time, in the right place. ચલો ટાઈમ પ્લેસ તો છોડી દઈએ, તો બધાનું અલગ અલગ. To the right person. Know where I want to go. My Sadguru, bas. It's my Sadguru and my Sadguru and only my Sadguru. Right person. Don't go begging everywhere. Right person and for the right thing. Oh God, protect me. Mari raksha karo. And when I say protect me, I say just protect me from ego and desires. Not from cyclones and hurricanes and dakus and chores. Just protect me from ego and desires. પાછો અહમ મમ ના આવી જાય અને તારી ભક્તિમાં ખલેલ ન પહોંચે. Pray for the right thing. Right person, right thing, right place, right time, right time. Today, right time. Rumi said, lovers don't ever meet each other. Huh? Lovers don't meet. They were in each other all along. They were in each other. Each other, I said. Guru na hૃદયમાં શિષ્ય, શિષ્યના હૃદયમાં ગુરુ. In fact, બે છે. સદગુરુઓ પાસે આજે એક જ આશીષ માંગીએ. સૌ સંતો આશીષ દેજો એવી, હું મારા ગુરુદેવને ઓળખી શકું, હું મારા ગુરુદેવની ખૂબ સેવા કરી શકું, મારા ગુરુદેવે મારા માટે જોયેલું સ્વપ્નને શીઘ્રતાથી સાકાર કરી શકું. ઓમ.
સ્થાનક સમજાવીને